This does not look like crochet. Look how good it looks. I'm gonna do frills on this one. I stand by that. It's so cute. Yeah, I just did a bit of content with it. Hey guys, so it is the 23rd of December. I really wanted to take you guys on the journey of me writing my first ever pattern. Like, I've never done it before, but I recently just started. Like, I'm super nervous about it, I'm not gonna lie. For context, I have like no background in fiber arts or even the arts. Like, I didn't go to school for this or anything remotely related to anything fashion. I'm just an enthusiast. So this is really out of my depth. I've also never bought a pattern. I feel like that could probably be the first step I should take, is to buy a pattern just so I can know what I'm dealing with. But for now, what I'm gonna do is make what I'm making. So I'm making the kandi top. I call it a top, but it's actually a sweater. So yeah, the kandi sweater, Kandi by Kadara Studio. And what I'm doing right now is just writing down everything I'm doing as I'm going along, and then I'm gonna replicate from my notes for the second panel and film like little tutorial bits, because I want there to be video tutorials included, because I feel like that's the right thing to do. I'm thinking, what would I want from a pattern? I'd want, like, if I can have visual demonstration, I feel like that would help it be beginner friendly. These are the kind of things that go through my mind. Another thing I'm thinking is the yarn I chose. I'm gonna put what yarn I chose, but really and truly you can really use any fiber. It's more so the weight that's important, because that affects the drape. But I will put what I've done in the pattern. The one I made beforehand that I posted on socials, I did use a different fiber, so that's why I'm saying that it doesn't really matter. I used cotton for that one, and this one I'm making it out of 100% alpaca. Another thing is that I'm not sure if I bought enough. I bought 10 balls though, and it cost me like £60, so like it's gonna have to be enough. So don't really know what to say about that, but I'm so excited to take you guys on this journey as a complete beginner, like no prior experience. I haven't even read a really good pattern before. This is like, I'm taking you on the entire journey. What I have done is watched a few videos, but it's all so vague. Like, no one really gets into the nitty-gritty of pattern writing. Like, no one really says anything, and like, what's that about? Why are we not sharing the tea, guys? Like, why is no one really sharing the tea? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let you know what the reel is about. What I'm doing right now is planning for 2026, because my brain is hot right now because there's just too much in there. I need to offload it onto some sort of mind map planning thing, because I have so many designs in my head. I feel like once you know how to crochet, the world is literally your oyster. Like, you can make anything, and I have so many ideas that I think are gonna be so cute. Yeah, this cute word. In 2026, I have so many goals and like ambitions and like things that I want to make. I'm also like kind of torn. Do I lean towards like timeless pieces, or do I lean for like the really like hot girl pieces? There's like an overlap, which I do think the kandi sweater is like in that overlap. It's really functional but still hot girl. The Lara top as well, I feel like it's quite timeless but still hot girl. But I want to like lean even more to the hot girl, like into pieces you might not wear all the time, but when you do wear it, like, it's a statement. So I have to think about that. But that's even just like apparel, like we're talking clothing. I also have so many plans for the kadara bags, like so many plans. I want to experiment making it out of thinner yarn and try and figure out how that's gonna work, because the pattern for the kadara bag is a bit specific, so trying to adapt that for thinner weight yarn is going to be an interesting challenge. But I'm always up for a challenge, so I will be giving that a go in 2026. I'm definitely rambling, but from this talk alone, it's been 6 minutes, you can tell what's in my mind, and like there's so much in my brain, and I have not even scratched the surface. Like there's so many other designs that I have not spoken about. So yes, I am going to be, should I even tell you what I'm using? They need to sponsor me. But also guys, before I come off here, we hit 1k on YouTube. I'm so like, that's so crazy to me. I can't even conceptualize that, to be honest. Like I saw it on the screen, but it has not digested. And oh, someone's calling me, and it was a spam call. But anyway, yeah, I can't even conceptualize that. Like that's such like what, like. And also because like I only just surpassed it, I'm like on 1k 1.02, so only 2 over the threshold. In my brain I'm like, give it a minute. Oh, 1.002, matter of fact. So I feel like it's still gonna drop in and out, but one of my goals for the end of 2025 was to hit 1k, and the fact that I've actually done that is kind of insane. Like I really need to sit and take that in. Crazy. I really don't know why you lot are here, but I'm so grateful regardless. But I'm gonna take you on the journey, this journey of Kadara Studio. It's like every year I feel like I pick up the ante, which is what I should want. But anyway, I'm definitely rambling. I'm gonna get on with planning and catch you guys later. Long time no see. Christmas has come and gone. I'm still in the process of writing this pattern. I did speak to my mum and she tried on the other top, and she made a few good points that I want to highlight here, because I'm hoping this is going to come out when the pattern's either in testing or released. And yeah, to have a cinched waist, I don't have like huge boobs, so I can struggle. It is a bit of a struggle to get like the cinched waist part past your head. And I have like medium sized boobs, maybe even small. I would say small, it's medium. But if you have medium / large boobs, this could be a problem. Trying to shimmy in through the waist because I want it snatched. So what I would recommend is, I'm going to put it in the pattern, all these notes as well, is I would recommend when doing the final waist measurement, do it to a point that you like, when you measure your waist, do it to a point that you can still allow your boobs to pass through. I personally think, my personal thing is, there are some tops that is a bit hard to put on, like, but the result is that it's cinched at the waist, even though you have to struggle to put it past your head. But yeah, I'd probably recommend maybe don't make it your exact waist measurement like tightly. And also another thing is, when you're measuring it, don't stretch your fabric out, because then at least you have that tolerance with the stretchiness when you put it on if you have bigger boobs. The other thing is, I wouldn't make it out of super stiff material. Maybe like the first version I made was 100% cotton. Not sure if I'd recommend that. I know acrylic would be super stretchy, so this wouldn't be a problem if you're making it out of acrylic. If you're making it out of wool, I'm making this one out of wool, so I'll let you know when I'm done with this one. If that's an issue, it might just be when it's with like stiff material that it's like a bit of a struggle. It's like a bit tight to get on. So yeah, that is going to be my recommendation. And yeah, just if you have big boobs, just don't make it your exact, like don't make it super tight around the waist, because getting it over the head will be really difficult. The reason why I'm not going to add like buttons on the side and stuff is because I have that ruching detail on the sides, so you can like further customize the top whenever you wear it. I think adding buttons or something else would just be a lot. I was also thinking you could add elastic at the waist, like at the top, just under boob, add elastic so then it stretches to get it over the head. People could do that. Wow, what an experience. This is like the real deal, guys. This is the real behind the scenes. Like, this is the real BTS, okay? Hey guys, quick update. I look bummy because okay, let me stop excusing myself and just say what I need to say. I think I need to start everything again. Now I think I need to start again. I'm gonna think about it a bit more, but I feel like doubling up the yarn was a mistake. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna have enough yarn for this project, and the more I'm deep in it, the more I'm like, why didn't I just do single strand for the whole top? Because then I would definitely have enough. Definitely have enough. And alpaca yarn, like, it's 100% alpaca yarn. And if I just did like a smaller hook, then it would still look the way I want it to look. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to start again. This is so annoying because I really want to start making content, like posts and stuff, because whilst I have the attention of the people, because it's starting to pick up on TikTok and stuff, but I'd rather get it right than get it wrong. You know, this is something, my first ever pattern that I'm trying to write here, so I'm gonna have to start again. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to frog everything, and my holiday's over. I go back to work. This is the one. Look, it is £10 for, I think it's like a 50 gram. Let's see. Yes, 50 grams for £10. That's crazy. My goodness. I've been using it so recklessly, but yeah, I'm gonna have to frog it and make it single strand because this is really high value yarn. So hello guys, I am now back home and I thought I would show you the progress. Finally, ignore this, I'm unpacking. I just got here. Look how neat the stitches, guys. This does not even look like crochet. That is my favorite thing. Low-key, I hate when crochet looks like crochet sometimes, but this does not look like crochet. Look how good it looks, and it's so neat. This does not look like crochet at all. I love it. So let me show you the other one that I'm gonna have to frog everything. You can see it's like way thicker. Can you tell? It's way thicker than this one, which is like way more drapey. Do you see? Then you have this one, which is not. And this is so thick. It's using up all the alpaca. Like, I can't believe I doubled up the yarn. I'm so upset about that still, but we move. I'm gonna undo all of this and yarn it and wind it into cakes for me to use for the new one. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. This is so bad, but yeah, I'm gonna do that. And now that I've moved on to the second official panel, I like this, did it correctly, everything worked out as it should. I'm now gonna film the other one for the pattern so it can have some video tutorials. But yeah, that's really it. Low-key, I didn't even want to film this because I'm that annoyed, but I thought I would show you in case, you know, someone, if I ever do release this pattern, is making it. Look what I did. I didn't, oh my god, when I chained, I didn't compare it to the previous one to make sure everything was correct. So obviously I counted wrong. There's another reason why this is not matching up, but that's besides the point. But look at this. And now I'm gonna have to start all over again because they must be exactly the same. And I have no idea why it took me to almost complete it to think to measure up against each other. So learn from my mistakes, please, and do that pretty much immediately, because otherwise you'll end up with something like this, which is just such a waste of time. But we move. I started it today, so at least I know I can get this done in like a couple hours worth of time. Oh my god. I have to get to frogging. At least, yeah, I have quite a few bits to frog, so I need to frog this and this. All of it needs to be frogged. If you don't laugh, you will cry. So yeah, let me get going. Little update. So I have been trying to make this pattern and get through it. Why is this making my lips tingle? This is how far I've gotten. So I've done both panels, thank god. They're not, I haven't added the buttons or anything to the top, so the top is like open, but I've just put them together with some stitch markers. But guys, it's coming out so cute. I've just done the decreases to cinch in the waist. I was thinking not to do any more, just 2 rounds. Yeah, I think I kind of want this to be smaller, but I'm conscious of the boob portion. When I'm wearing a bra, trying to get it over the boobs is going to be a task if I make it smaller. So I am going to keep it because it fits my waist like kind of loosely. It's not snug at all, and it's not stretching at all, which is good because then the stretch in it is going to be used for bigger breast or bigger bust people, and that is exactly how I made the pattern to be for those people with like more dimension up here. What other tips have I done? Oh, you're gonna have to see it in the pattern, guys. You're gonna have to see it, but I've been writing everything down. All that's left to do, I just need to work it down. The measurement's going to be from like under bust to the top of your hips. I'm so excited for the final product. After I've done that, I need to obviously go back in and do the rows at the top to accommodate both the buttonholes and the buttons. There's going to be a little bit of maths involved there as well for the spacing of the buttons. We'll tackle that once we get there, but first let me work this down. This project has been a long time coming. I'm happy I brought you guys on this journey, but it's been extremely exhausting. And yeah, I've tried it on a little bit, but I'm so excited to see the final product. It looks good so far. Like, I'm excited so far. Oh, another thing I was going to say is you can work down as much as you want. I tried this on as like a little cropped top, like a cropped sweater. It's still really, really nice. Like, if you stop it here where it just fits the waist, and then you add the buttons, like skip the rest of the steps and just add the buttons at the top to have like a cropped layering piece, or like, yeah, I think it just looks really nice, like as is. If you were to stop here, or even just continue maybe like an inch or so more so it just hugs the waist a bit, you can have that differentiation. If I had energy to start again and stop at that point, I would, but once I finish this jumper, I'm probably not going to make another one for a while, maybe until like the next autumn winter season to be honest, unless I'm inspired. But yeah, anyway, it's really, really nice like that. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was thinking, right, because this is the lemon peel stitch, which is what makes it not look like crochet in my opinion, this is also the, what do they call it, the gnarl tooth, the hook tooth, gnarl tooth, hook tooth stitch pattern, snarl tooth, hound's tooth, hound's what did I say, gnarl tooth, hound's tooth stitch pattern. If you were to just alternate colors each row, and you would get that look, and I think that look with this would be so nice. Update, I'm just trying it on in how I would wear it as a cowl version. I feel like I probably would not wear this top this way that often because I just really like it as a batwing cardigan, sweater, top, whatever. But yeah, this is what it looks like. It's still really, really nice, I think. Imagine with all the buttons here as well. A few things. So before, I think I mentioned that I wasn't going to do frills on this one. I stand by that. However, what I've done instead is just 2 rows of just single crochets. What I found is that my tension is a bit tight, so it's a bit more constrained down here, which I think would happen to most people because when you're doing the lemon peel stitch, I find that it's quite easy to have a looser tension. So then going around the bottom with just single crochet, it makes it a bit weird. It could just be me, but I just feel like, yeah, I don't think I like that. So I would instead finish with either half double crochets, or I'm gonna go with my initial idea to just flare it out a little bit at the end. I'm gonna change that. But another thing, I realized the videos I've been getting of this top, it is quite a fuzzy material, so the videos are not that clear in my opinion. So what I think I might do, which actually makes a lot of sense, is to, for all the different stitches that's going to be in the pattern, I'm going to have a different yarn, probably cotton, because it doesn't split. It's quite clear to see where you're placing your hook, and then have those be the tutorial clips. Guys, this is a lot of work, and I'm not even anywhere near being done. This is just me making and trying to document as well as possible so that I can make a pattern, but then I actually have to make said pattern, write it up, edit all the videos with annotations, pause in, pop-ups, all of that. I still need to edit all of that, and then once I'm done that, I then need to do a call out for testers. Once I'm done that, I have to allow the testers enough time to make said item. And even in the pattern itself, like, do I recommend a yarn? Like, all the recommendations about all the alternative ways I think you could make this item, and then given instructions on how to make all the alternative ways, because I do really want that to be included. I want this to be a super useful pattern, not just for one item but for multiple different items, with the foundation of this, you know, structure of making clothing. Yeah, I can see why not a lot of people go down this avenue, but I feel like it's one of the ones you put in a lot of work at the start and then hopefully there's return, but imagine it completely flops. Yeah, I can understand people's pain. If you do all this work and then the pattern flops, like, that'll put me off forever. Probably not forever, just because of my character type, but everything is being filmed in this one corner of my room. But yes, guys, you saw me blocking the top. It's literally down here drying, but I'm gonna break up the content and go to the gym and run a few errands. And before I go to the gym, I thought I'd give you a little hack. Guys, my heart is beating because I took this one pre-workout that I rarely ever take because it just does not go well with my anxiety that I already I'm dealing with. It makes my heart feel like it's about to burst out my chest, but I took it because then when I take it, it forces me to go to the gym, and I must go to the gym today. Like I said, I need to lose weight. I need to lose weight. Anyway, that's besides the point. Here is a tip. I have this special oil. This is my holy grail oil that, despite how much I abuse my natural hair, it will always be thick because of this oil, in my belief. Okay, that's what I think might be the reason why, despite how bad I treat my hair, like, my edges are always full and my hair is always really thick. So I've mixed this. If you want to know what's in this, let me know. And before I go to the gym, I'm just going to put it in my hair, like all over my scalp. And that's because at the gym you're working so much that your head is going to generate heat, so it's going to become somewhat of a hot oil treatment to stimulate your hair follicles and really just penetrate more deeply into your hair. Because, you know, sometimes you have hot oil treatments. This is like a natural hot oil treatment. So done that, I'm just gonna put a headband on and be off to the gym. Let's go. Okay guys, I'm trying to film content and it's actually extremely awkward, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm just on a random road that looks kind of pretty, so I'm gonna film some stuff. It's at the top. I'm finally wearing it. I wore it to church and I love it. I just finished filming a bunch. I went to church, came back, filmed a bunch. Hopefully you would have seen it. I feel like by the time I'm putting this out, I would have posted it on the platforms that it's intended for. So check it out on TikTok and Instagram. And now I can breathe. That was so intense, but I love the top so much. Is it not so cute? And I'm trying this, it's Australian, it's called a tom yum. I feel like that's wrong. Yum yum? Whatever it is good. Okay, I'm meant to be on a diet, but I just need to pick me up and then I'm gonna have dinner. But for the rest of the day, I'm gonna make my order. I have an order that I need to fulfill. So I'm gonna make that. I might show you that if I have storage. So I'm gonna go make that bag and then, yeah, prepare for the week, I guess. Hey guys, I actually have so many updates since I was last here. So since we spoke, I posted, you know, I had that little content day. I've posted on platforms and it's really taken off on Instagram, right? Which is fantastic, but it also makes me really nervous because I've never had anything perform like this. It's nothing like huge, I don't think, in the grand scheme of things, but for me it's like it's new territory, so I'm a bit nervous, right? And what's making me even more nervous, I don't know what it is about Instagram, but it just fills me with so much anxiety. And something else, right? Because I'm doing wearables, like clothing items, I'm having to post my body and my face on the internet more. Believe it or not, I'm quite introverted and that's really just not me with the bags. I would post myself occasionally, but in a very formal manner. It's not like me trying to look cute, it's just me trying to show the bags. I hope I'm making sense, because those are like standalone items. The bags was like, you can show that a bag is pretty without you necessarily having to look good or anything. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like with wearables, can you hear that? Yeah, I feel like with wearables, I didn't realize before coming into this, it's a whole different ball game. You yourself are the marketing, like the person wearing the items, because obviously I'm going to make clothes for me to wear it because it's just more affordable that way, to be the model as well. I just had to post a video of myself on Instagram, like feeling myself in this clothing, because I do really like the clothing and it does make me feel myself. But guys, I posted it and almost immediately I felt the urge to delete it. And if you know me in real life, I be deleting stuff. Like if I don't like the way it makes me feel, I delete it. And this one, I don't know, I feel like it's Instagram as well. Like TikTok, I've gotten quite comfortable, so maybe it's just a matter of time if I just continue doing it. Maybe I'll get used to it, but it's like I feel so uncomfortable right now. I really want to delete everything and just stop. But I'm not going to, because I have to think of the bigger picture. Like, this is promo. On that note, I think the best thing to do when a video of yours does well, I was gonna just, you know, let it breathe, let it ride it out, and then post more. But I think whilst the attention is on your small business, this is the time to just post way more. I never really post on Instagram. Again, it's an app that I find really intimidating. I think it's probably from childhood. Like, Instagram has always been that app that's just like, it seems so curated. It's just really intimidating. Anyway, that's besides the point. When you have something that does well in numbers, I think you have to lean in and post even more, because then you can like retain the attention you're getting. Do you know what I mean? So since then, I've posted every day. I said since then, it's been 2 days. It's been 2 days and I posted twice. I do think the feeling I'm getting now, I'm gonna stop now, because yeah, it's really a mind over matter situation right now. And also the other reason why I'm going to post is because you and me know I have not written a lick of that pattern yet. All I've done is finish making. The pattern is not even started, so I can't even say it's near completion. I have not even put pen to, oh, I put pen to paper, but I haven't put pen to paper. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the update. I posted about the Kadara bags as well because I thought whilst the attention is here, let me shine some light on my firstborn, the Kadara bags. Okay, so I did that as well. But yeah, that's a little bit of a insight into my headspace. It's quite unnerving for an introverted person. This is a lot, but I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, but it is a lot. And then I would go on another, because I have so many accounts on my Instagram, and I'd go on another Instagram so I can see how other people are perceiving me. And it was just a lot, like me coming up on your Instagram feed, like just like showing off this top. My mysterious girl gig is so over. Oh my god. It is so over. Hate that for me. I say that, but I have a whole YouTube channel, but you guys are secret. Low-key though, we're having a coming out story soon because because I think things I have planned for the future, I need to start directing people to this channel, because especially going through this experience, I'm not going to write a pattern for every single thing. Sorry, no. I need some free patterns available for my people them as well, and I will be posting it on this YouTube channel. So eventually I'm gonna have to let the cat out the bag. Mind you, this place has 1,000 people, but it still feels like, I don't know, it still feels really private because I feel like not many people will tap into the long form content, so it still feels like a private diary. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, guys. I don't know. I think also because I know I have like real life people on my business Instagram. Yeah. Well, separately, I have made two things actually. I made my personal Instagram private. I don't think I want to do the whole, as of right now, I don't think I want to do the whole Instagram thing. No. For TikTok, however, I love TikTok and I did make a new one. I already have one that's public, but I think I want a dedicated one. I just started fresh for like fashion content and all that, maybe like entrepreneurial small business content, like short form. I have made my own one so I can like create Kadara as more of a brand, but yeah, I'm conflicted. I don't really know what I'm doing. I really don't know what I'm doing. There's a lot to think about, because I feel like when you go down the pattern writing direction, you need to become more personable. People have to relate to you more as like on a personal level. Therefore, you need to talk more. And yeah, I feel like if I split it now, it doesn't really make sense, because the content I'd want to put on my private one about running a business, I think my business one would benefit from if I'm trying to pivot into crochet patterns. But in the same breath, I still also want to stay in like the fashion. I want to like put myself in a retail fashion space, and in those type of spaces you don't really have like casual talking content, do you? I don't know, I'm so confused, guys. I'm so confused. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm literally making up as I go, and I feel like I shouldn't deep it too much. But anyway, this is my app on my new account if you want to give it a follow. Yeah, but I'm gonna go eat something and go to bed because I have work tomorrow. Yeah, so this is the bag. It is really nice. Like I would come in here and be like, oh wow, I can't believe I made that. So cute. But yeah, we're gonna pack this order now. Okay, it has been a super long time since I updated this vlog about the progress of writing a pattern for this sweater. Several things to update you on. Firstly, I've written a really good amount. Here's my thought process, right? So I've written most of it. It's nowhere near done, nowhere near done. There's so many video tutorial clips that I want to include in the pattern that I need to film still. I need to finish writing all the actual instructions, format it in Canva, and then here's some news, right? So my pattern is going to be completely made to measure, meaning that I'm going to combine my passion for coding. If you guys didn't know, coding is another hobby of mine. It links to my profession. Anyway, link that to my pattern writing and do a bit of coding that will allow you to do zero maths when you use my patterns. But yeah, maybe we'll talk about that later when I get onto that stage. But wow, I'm talking so quick because I have so much to talk about, but I think I've lost my train of thought. What was I saying? I'm nowhere near done. However, guys, this is my thought process. I'm gonna do my testicle tomorrow. Even though the pattern's not done, because I'm thinking timelines, right? The testicle itself needs to be open for a couple of days. In those couple of days, plus another couple of days for me to go through applicants and choose, you know, who I want to test the pattern. In that 10 days, I need to get this pattern done. But if I wait for me to get the pattern done before I do a testicle, when this pattern's not coming out till probably end of March. I mean, even if I was to do the testicle now to allow time for people to make the project, which I'm thinking maybe like 4 weeks, which is, yeah, 3 to 4 weeks, it's already looking like it's coming out mid-March. So just to spare myself maybe 2 weeks, I thought, let me do the testicle now, even though it's not done, and then just get that wrapped up real quick, real quick. So yeah, that is the plan, for better or for worse. So today what I've done is I wanted some formal pictures and yeah, stuff to like put in the pattern, the final testicle promo showing you like in a bit more detail what they're actually making. You see, it's the cardigan. It is so cute. Yeah, I just did a bit of content with it, more like how different ways you can wear this top and stuff. I filmed that, so I'm gonna edit that, and now I need to film all the little videos for the tutorial or the pattern, like all the video tutorials that's gonna be included. This is gonna be, even though it's my first pattern, it's gonna be so hopefully beginner friendly. Yeah, guys, the way I feel like I'm talking so quick. Am I? Let me know. It's just like there's just so much going on in my brain. I think so for the pattern, I've done a bit of research. I know that I need to do some sort of like Google form and ask a few questions. Luckily, recently Lorena CEO Handmade, don't know, she actually recently had a testicle, so I looked at her Google form and there was a few questions there that I thought that was really smart to ask, so I might be doing that as well. Oh my gosh, yes, another thing, I did some market research, right? I think I told you I would do this. I bought other people's patterns so I can have a little read through to know how like to frame it, because guys, I've never bought a pattern before and now I'm writing one. Like, I've never bought a pattern, so yeah, I just completely threw myself into the deep end. But yeah, I bought a few and read through it, and it helped me frame how I was writing mine. So yeah, nearly done with that. I'm talking fast also because of the storage on this phone. I've been maxing it out and I've been getting so many warnings. So yeah, that's all for now. I'm going to continue working and stuff. Oh, actually, before I go, I made this top in a colourful version as well, like a pink orange colourway. I'm taking it apart. My plan is to take it apart and make it a bit better, because that was my first demo. I'm going to take it apart and make it again following the pattern I've written. Yeah, instead of just getting new yarn and making it all over again, I'll just use the yarn from the old one and make it again. And the new one I make, I'm going to make it like a variation, so it's not going to be the exact instructions. I'm going to follow some of the modifications that I'm going to add to the pattern. For example, it's not going to have these buttons. all the way down the arm. It's just going to have them decoratively, or maybe I'll make them a couple functional, but it's going to be a fixed off shoulder top. And then I'm going to make the sleeves wider, and then I'm going to make the back wing, instead of the back wing starting just past my elbow like this one does, I want it to start just before my elbow, so more so like here. Yeah. And yeah, those are the little modifications I'm gonna make to the colourful one when I make it again. So that's enough rambling. I'm done now. Oh, and breathe. Okay. But yeah, guys, let's just get on with it, shall we? Let's go. Little update. I have finished writing my testicle. I'm using Google Forms. I think that is the best way to do it. Tip that I have learned, and I think I'm quite switched on for this, right? All you need to do, guys, is on Instagram just search a pattern, crochet pattern testicle, or testicle pattern, whatever, something along them lines, and then find one that's open, and there's always one open, and just look at the questions they asked and see if it's relevant to what you're doing. Like I look at a few as well, so you can decide, you know, what is a good question to ask. I think I looked at 3 or 4, and I was able to curate my own questions. Let me show you. Okay, here we go. These are all my questions, and I created a little header in Canva and just asking all these questions. It's very, very easy to use. Oh, I need to make this a required. All of this is required because, yeah, especially the bra size I saw, or the bust size, sorry. I saw another testicle use this, and I thought that's so smart, because especially for my top, where a potential quote-unquote issue might be getting it past your bust to get that cinched waist, that's actually a really good one. So I can even like test to see if it's an actual problem. But yeah, all these questions, and yeah, I also just made this on Canva, and I'm gonna post that. I took this is from the photo shoot I had today. All of this is from today, and I just made these little posts for Instagram and TikTok as well, probably, and I'm just gonna post it. The next thing I need to do is make a link tree. I might add my YouTube. I'm so scared. Okay, I might add the YouTube onto that link tree as well. But yeah, guys, I'm so chuffed. Like, this came out really well. But imagine like no one applies. Imagine I only get like 2 applicants, and I really want to have like, I'm thinking maybe 10. Yeah, maybe less, because 10 people seems like a lot of people to manage. Maybe 5. Ooh, I hate motorbikes, guys. I hate them so much. But yeah, thinking 5 applicants will be enough. The testicle has officially closed. I'm gonna start looking for the applicants tomorrow. I wasn't able to today for various reasons. But I will do that tomorrow. I've been working on the pattern this evening, while it is now almost 2 a.m. and I do have church in the morning. So I'll show you what I have done actually quickly. So without revealing too much, I'm starting to add all the body measurements, tabs, and also the input for all your own dimensions. And the way I want this to work is that, yeah, the way I want it to work is you just enter your details for all those dimensions, and the PDF will just auto-populate with all your stitches, like how many stitches you need to do for everything. And this is basically done off of your gauge swatch, and with that it will be able to create all the dimensions and number of stitches, number of increases, number of decreases, everything. It does all the maths for you automatically, and not only does it do it for you, it will fill it in into the actual pattern as you're going along. It will tell you how much you need to do at what stage. Yeah, so I'm going to test this out. This is my first time ever making an interactive PDF, but I do have the coding skills, so I do think I'll be able to figure it out. Of course, this is my first ever pattern, And my testers are, they don't know it yet. They're also going to be testing out this interactive PDF. It might turn out that this doesn't work at all, and I need to think about separating it into an Excel spreadsheet, which was my initial idea, but then I got inspired to make an interactive PDF because I thought I can actually combine two of my interests, like coding and crochet, which is crazy. I never thought those worlds would collide. If it doesn't work, I'll just separate it into a Excel spreadsheet and then go from there. So yeah, either way you won't have to do maths, but it would be so cool if I can like figure out the interactive PDF. But yeah, let me show you, or tell you rather, how many tester applicants I got. I got 37, which is, I don't know, I really do not know if that's a lot, if that's a little. I do not know at all. It's my first ever pattern, so I'm gonna let you inside my thought process when it comes to choosing applicants. I feel like this will be good for people who want to apply to be testers for someone. You can see the other side on how we pick testers, or how I pick, because I can't speak for anyone else. Again, this is my first time, so take everything I say with a huge pinch of salt, maybe even like a ladle of salt, because I am so new here. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm literally just vibing. Hey everyone, so update, I have selected my testers for the pattern. I got a lot more applicants than I could have ever imagined or thought to dream of. Like, it's crazy. So I had to narrow that down to my selection, and of course, like, amongst them people, I saw a few people that I know have been supporting me for a while, so naturally, like, I had to pick them. And then yeah, and then there was a lot of people who I was looking at their work and they were so good as well, so I had to pick them too. So now I'm gonna have 14 testers, which is insane. I thought I would have like 5, 6, but I have over double that amount. So, but I'm so grateful. I think this will be a good thing, because then people know that this pattern has been thoroughly tested and I can get different perspectives on how the pattern is, and they can give me a lot of feedback. So I'm really happy about that, actually. Like, I am a bit scared on like what that's going to mean for me in terms of like juggling that with my life, because I know there'll probably be questions and stuff that I just need to be on the ball answering as well. But yeah, I'm gonna be following the pattern as well. I'm gonna be a tester as well for the pattern. I'll be making the top alongside the testers at the same time, just to make sure, you know, I'm part of the experience. I don't know, I just want to be part of all the experiences. I think that'll be fun to like see things through their eyes, kind of, and just in general, just to test it. But yeah, let's talk about what were the deciding factors when I was looking through all the applicants. Okay, let me set you down. Okay, so what the deciding, I'm so sorry, I look so, let's forget about that, I'm on my lunch break. The deciding factors for when it came to my pattern was truthfully like your dress size. So I put my Google form, made it into an Excel spreadsheet, and then I could just filter for the criteria that were important. My approach is, I think, very logical. It wasn't dependent on how many followers you have or anything like that. I literally was just using, first of all, the Excel spreadsheet to apply all my filters, and then I would check out your work. So initially, I would filter by size. I needed to have at least one person per size. Luckily, I was lucky because I did actually have an applicant for each size that I put on there. So from extra small to extra large, I had an applicant for every single one of those. So that's really, really good. I'm super happy about that. I would then check their Instagrams and see their work to see if like what they're making, I think they would like this pattern and they'd be able to do it. But at the same time, that wasn't strictly like the law, because I also wanted beginners, like a lot of beginners, to see how they would be able to interpret the pattern, because I think in my post testing question sheet, or guys, my brain, English, in the post testing, like, what's it called, form, survey, yes, I'm gonna ask them like, what level would you say this pattern is? That's kind of the framework. And then also, of course, whenever I would see people there that are close to me or have been showing me love consistently for a long time, I would pick them. But big shout out to you guys. As soon as I saw your name, I thought, of course, I have to have you guys, you know, be part of this, because you guys have been showing love verbally, and I'm always seeing you in the likes and the everything, like in the comments. So yeah, thank you, and I appreciate you so much. Of course, I would love to give you this pattern for free, because yeah, I'd love to just return the same support that you've given to me. If I'm at some sort of a gridlock, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. I might cut this out if it's a little bit taboo, but I was also looking at diversity. Is that crazy to say? Is that crazy to say? If it's crazy to say, forget I said it, okay? That was another criteria. I really wanted to have a diverse group of testers. Don't know if that's controversial. I don't know. I found that a lot of black women, black sisters were applying, which was beautiful. I love that so much. So a lot of my testers are black, but I also tried to allow for a little bit of diversity where I could. Guys, don't sue me. I don't know if that is a hot take. I don't know. Please don't cancel me. Caveat. Please do not cancel me. Please, I'm begging. I'm just speaking my truth. I'm just speaking my truth. There's a lot of black women, beautiful black women, who are going to be testers, but I also wanted to show diversity in my tester group. I don't know if that's crazy. Yeah, but like I said, that was not a priority. That was just when I whittle it down or we're at a gridlock and something's got to give, because I could not have that many testers, you know? Yeah, I'm scared. Guys, why am I scared? But anyway, so there was that. And then again, if there was still at an impasse where, you know, the more important categories, there were people where a lot of people was still ticking all those boxes, which I found was the case a lot, I would then look at bust size. I think I mentioned in this video, I'm sure I have, I really want to have testers who have larger busts, because the cinched waist has to pass the large bust size. So if you have a large bust, it's going to be harder to get that shaping correct. So I really would love if I could have a tester who could, you know, try that aspect of the pattern. And yeah, so that was also a priority for me. That's something I would check. And then if you had that, I would pick you. So as you can see, everything I did was quite logical. I wasn't looking at your page, seeing how many followers you have and selecting you based off that. It's very much real life factors that I was considering. So I hope this offers a bit of insight to people who are applying to be testers. And everyone who wasn't selected, I am gonna send out a message and be like, if you guys, I have more patterns coming in the future. If they're happy for me to hang on to their contacts, then I will definitely keep an eye out for them if they apply to any in the future. Now I have 14 testers. I really could not whittle it down more. Like it's really hard, honestly, because everyone's work is so good, and I'm just so honored that they would even want to test something that I designed, that like, to turn them away when they're doing such a favor to me it was really hard. It was really hard. If I could have 37 testers, I literally would, but I can't, because that just doesn't make sense. And like, they're gonna have questions, there's gonna be back and forth, because the patterns in testing is not perfect yet, and to do that with 37 people is just a lot. Even 14 is a lot. But I just could not reduce it anymore. Yeah, I was like, it is what it is. So yeah, that's exciting. Update on the pattern itself. Have I finished it? I finished all the parts that's important, but I'm just trying to do the coding stuff. But when I'm doing the coding stuff, it's not working. Let me show you. I'm getting like errors. You see, error. And that's just really unfortunate because this is so crazy. Like, I'm just taking it day by day. I still very much have work, like I need to go back to it right now. But so far I'm just going with the flow. Like, I'm literally just taking it day by day, task by task, milestone by milestone. But yeah, by the way, if my voice sounded really weird during all of that, it's because I shared a straw with my friend and almost immediately got a cold. So I need to take my meds and wrap this up real quick because I do not have time. I do not have time to feel ill, so we need to fix this ASAP. Guys, I'm actually going to end off the video here so I can edit it and have it uploaded within a reasonable time. I am coming back now, guys. I'm going to try and be consistent. But of course, like, I'm still trying to live life and work and do this whole Kadara studio business. Like, I'm juggling them all, so sometimes something's gotta give. Like, and I'm trying to have a social life. So yeah, sometimes something's gotta give, and unfortunately the first thing out the window currently is YouTube. Unfortunately, I hate to see it. I'm gonna try and change that because I really, really want to grow and make this a thing. So yeah, anyway, I debugged the pattern, the code for the pattern, and I have now distributed it to my testers. I am literally so excited. Like, I'm so excited. I'm gonna make another top myself, and I already know the design that I want to make. It's gonna be an altered pattern, so it's not gonna look like the other ones. It's gonna look different. I'm gonna put some inspo pictures here. One tester did drop out, unfortunately, but that's fine. Like I said, I had way more testers than I initially thought I needed. So maybe that is a top tip. Maybe, like, do a couple more than what you need, because there is a chance that a few of them might drop out. I've had to reach out to a couple because they weren't responding, and that was for various reasons, for like wrong emails, like, or just hadn't had the opportunity to respond yet. But one of them did say that they didn't want to be a tester anymore because the time frame, which I completely understand. I wish I could make the time frame longer, I really do, but because this is testing, there is still like more steps after to do, and I can't keep delaying that because ultimately I do want to release this pattern to everyone. So yeah, that was completely fine with me. The next video will probably be like a vlog, like a weekly vlog, and I'll bring you along me making the top and just general life stuff, like trying to balance everything. I hope you enjoyed this video and it was super informative and you learned as I learned, and you can take something away from this. And if any of my testers watch this video, hey girl, appreciate you. I hope you love the pattern. And yeah, I will talk to you guys in the next video.